Hello, everyone. This is Sunko, the Korean bro. Today is 2023, November 22nd. And it's been more than 2 years since I started doing this YouTube, and I'm feeling really great. I'm really proud of myself because I've been persistently doing this like over and over, no matter what happens in my life. And the fact that I could do like this is because I really love doing this. Anyway, let's get back to things that I'm supposed to do. Uh, what do we have tonight? Stock split watch two unstoppable artificial intelligence growth stocks that could split their shares in the coming year. After years in the shadow, stock splits have enjoyed resurgence in popularity with investors. Many investor favorite stocks have helped fuel the renaissance using stock splits to make their shares more affordable for everyday investors. Two household names backed by years of strong performance have seen their stock prices surge, increasing the likelihood they will split their shares. First one we have is Microsoft and Nvidia. Okay, let's see. Microsoft is the creator of Windows, one of the most widely used operating systems in the world. Its Office suite of productivity tools is staple on most workplace computers and many personal systems as well. Over the years, the company has added to its credentials, becoming one of the big three among cloud infrastructure providers and leader in software as a service apps for businesses, among many others. But recent moves in the field of artificial intelligence offer the greatest growth potential. After making a $13 billion bet on ChatGPT parent OpenAI and seeing the vast potential, Microsoft quickly integrated its recently launched Copilot AI-based product productivity tools into many of its most popular products and expanded the list of AI tools available to Azure cloud users. $13 billion bet on ChatGPT parent OpenAI and seeing the vast potential, Microsoft quickly integrated its recently launched Copilot AI-based productivity tools into many of its most popular products and expanded the list of AI tools available to Azure cloud users. This makes the company a strong front runner in the AI revolution. Those parent persistent passion moves are beginning to manifest themselves in the company's results for its fiscal 2024 first quarter. Microsoft's revenue growth accelerated to 13% year over year, while earnings per share of $2.99 climbed 27%. This was fueled by Azure Cloud, which jumped 29%. To put that growth into context, rivals Amazon Web Services and Google Cloud grew cloud revenue by 12% and 22%, respectively, which shows that Azure stole market share. The company said that roughly 3 percentage points of Azure's growth were the result of growing demand for AI services, which has only just begun. Microsoft has a long track record of reliable growth, but the potential of AI has driven the stock up 54% so far in 2023. The results of the past decade are even more compelling. Revenue has grown 130%, driving net income up 240%. This has fueled stock price gains of 877%, with shares at $370 as of Friday's market close. So the company hasn't split its shares since 2003, but strong and accelerating price gains in recent years could be just the incentive needed to kick off its next split, which could happen over the coming year or so. Nvidia's claim to fame was the invention of the modern graphics processing units that render lifelike images in video games. From those humble beginnings, the company has pivoted to adapt this technology to wish data around Ether for cloud computing and to generate the computational horsepower required for AI systems. The accelerating development of uses for generative AI has caused a run on NVIDIA's chips fueling a surge in its stock price. This isn't particularly surprising given that NVIDIA has controlled roughly 95% of the market for processors used in machine learning. According to data compiled by New York New Market Research, this suggests the company could control an equally dominant share of the generative AI chip market. 95% of the market for processors used in machine learning. According to data compiled by New Market Research, this suggests the company could control an equally dominant share of the generative AI chip market and reap the accompanying financial windfall. The fact was evident in NVIDIA's fiscal 2024 second quarter when it delivered record revenue of $13.5 billion. Um, which surged 101%, while its diluted EPS of $2.48 soared 854%. Management is also forecasting triple-digit growth in the current quarter. Making it clear that the catalyst was accelerating demand for AI. The company has an indisputable track record of steady growth, but AI has kicked that into the stratosphere, driving stock up 237% so far this year. The trend is even more dramatic over the past 10 years. The trend is even more dramatic over the past 10 years. Uh, as revenue has grown more than 1,000%, driving net income up over 4,000%. This has fueled a surge in share price, which is up more than 12,460%, topping out about 493 as of Friday's market close. Nvidia's most recent stock split occurred just 2 years ago. But in light of recent circumstances, it wouldn't most recent stock split occurred just 2 years ago. But in light of recent circumstances, it wouldn't be at all surprising if there's another one over the coming year. The coach admission. While these stocks have spanked performance of broader market indexes over the past decade, this has resulted in a commensurate increase in their valuations. Microsoft and Nvidia are selling for 9 times and 15 times next year's sales, respectively, which will be enough to send most value investors running for cover. Just that given their performance over the past decade, each deserves a healthy premium for those with a long-term outlook and the stomach for the inevitable volatility. I believe both Microsoft and Nvidia are still solid buys. Mm. So, lessons learned. Next time when I decide what to buy, I should buy the one um, that has dominance over certain sector, over certain industry. For example, uh, in the case of Nvidia, they're um, they're like having 95. They have like 95 control, 95% of a whole market, which is big thing because whatever they do uh, influences whole market that uses NVIDIA chips, and it's certain at this point that if a company decides to something that of AI, then it has no choice but to use chips made by NVIDIA. So ah, hello. Okay, my girlfriend is here. Oh, yes. All right. Can you tell me what that is? Girlfriend? Yes. Can you tell me what amazing use is? Or if it's hard to tell me right now, can you tell me later when I call you on the phone? Okay, okay. I'm gonna talk to you on the phone. Tell me what that is later, okay? Okay, got it. Okay, I'll probably be doing this for about 10 minutes more and then I'll put an end to it. So let's see what we have. Mm. Mm, okay. Let me finish up this article. No. No, I already read it. Okay, never mind. Let's see. Zoom Video Communication stock bear versus bull. Better buy Cisco Systems and versus Microsoft. Is Microsoft stock a buy? Mm. Top contenders. It's all about Nvidia and AMD. C3 AI. Okay, get it. Mm. Fever International. Portelios. Walgreens, Boots Alliance, Love Shack, PayPal Holdings. Mm, mm. Tree Growth stashed about $1,000 right now off of it. And we got Dexcom and HubSpot. Mm. Let's see. The rhetoric surrounding Google parent Alphabet has been anything but encouraging of late. Not only are investors waiting to hear the court decision on the antitrust lawsuit levied by the U.S. Department of Justice against the company, waiting to hear the court's decision on the antitrust lawsuit levied by the U.S. Department of Justice against the company, but the release of its AI-powered Chat GPT rival has just been delayed until next year. Hmm. There's a reason Alphabet shares are still holding up, however. The seemingly alarming news just doesn't matter much. That's not to say investors don't have reason to be concerned or frustrated. Neither of these developments rattle the company's core business, though. That's advertising still doing just fine on this front. Oh. Ad revenues was up more than 9% year over year for the quarter ending in September, while its cloud computing revenue jumped 22%. While its cloud computing revenue jumped 22%, operating income grew accordingly. And all of this growth extends well established trends. Don't misread the message. Alphabet needs to establish a better presence than Microsoft's bot in the budding artificial intelligence space. Its legal battle with the DOJ could change the way Google ensures it remains the United States' most used search engine. Legal headaches are not new for a company, however, it's survived plenty of them in the past. In the meantime, although Google's next generation conversational AI platform isn't quite ready for a prime time, the market isn't exactly ready for those tools either. At least not in a meaningful way. Many consumers and corporations alike are still trying to figure out exactly how commercial versions of these tools are of benefit. It could take years to establish a marketable level of trust, understanding of artificial intelligence technologies, by which time Alphabet's entries in the AI race will be ready. Until then, the world's need to search the web still leaves Google in the enviable position of its gatekeeper, with or without the promotional strategies Department of Justice dislikes. Global States reports the search engine still fields more than 90% of worldwide search queries. Okay, so I get it. So Alphabet is kind of having a hard time with uh lawsuit problem, antitrust lawsuit. It's something um, that I don't know. Even if I've been reading a lot of articles about uh, Google, probably it's because I don't read articles posted on Alphabet. I read articles posted on Google. Uh, if I look through articles about Alphabet, I'll be able to read antitrust lawsuit. Mm. But from what I see, this antitrust lawsuit doesn't really influence the way market goes because market is holding up pretty well. This stock is holding up pretty well, and like the value, uh, I mean the stock price uh, is not going down that much, considering all of that antitrust lawsuit and all. Mm, okay. Three no brainer stocks to buy. What $1,000 right now? Visa, and you got AstraZeneca, Walt Disney. Super microcomputer. Let's see what this. You're likely know companies like Nvidia, Intel, and Intel make the technological brains found within a data center. But have you ever thought about who assembles all of this equipment into a final functioning product? It's not Dell or Intel. Super Microcomputer describes itself as a leading provider of application-optimized, high-performance server and storage solutions that address a broad range of computational-intensive workloads. It goes on to explain its server building block solutions, coupled with extensive in-house design and manufacturing, enables the company to rapidly develop, build, and test server and storage systems, subsystems, accessories, with unique configurations. it gets too complicated. Super microcomputer. If I have spare time, I'll look into what that is. But at this point, the explanation is a bit complicated, and like, you know, what Warren Buffett say, if you cannot explain it in one single sentence, and you have to be able to explain it to children. I mean, like in easy way. But this explanation is too complicated, mm, and I don't think children will understand this well. So let's skip and get to Amazon. Amazon is the Western Hemisphere's dominant e-commerce name. The dominance isn't the reason Amazon shares could generate 400% returns by 2030%, though. In fact, rising operating costs, improving competition somewhat threatens the company's online shopping market leadership. Rather, the reason to take a shot on Amazon stock right now is the potential it has on a couple of other fronts. One of those opportunities is the aforementioned cloud computing. In terms of revenue, e-commerce and digital content services are Amazon's biggest business, accounting for more than 80% of its top line through the first 3 quarters of the year. E-commerce and digital content services are Amazon's biggest business, accounting for more than 80% of its top line through the first 3 quarters of the year. 80% of its top line through the first 3 quarters of the year. That's not the case for operating profits, however. Although Amazon's cloud computing arm, Amazon Web Services, only makes up 16% of the company's revenue, this business drives nearly 74% of Amazon's operating profits. This income should more or less grow in step with the cloud computing's market's growth and the other investment worthy opportunity. While profit margins on e-commerce may now be under permanent pressure, Amazon is changing its business model in a subtle but significant way. That is, it's getting serious about advertising. Web traffic to Amazon.com is so strong that it now makes sense to allow its third-party sellers to pay Amazon to feature their products. The company did $12 billion worth of advertising business later this quarter, but Insider Intelligence believes this full year's advertising revenue tally of $44.9 billion will reach $67.6 billion as soon as 2025. This is hard margin revenue too, simply leveraging the traffic Amazon.com is already drawing. Given these initiatives and their current growth trajectories, Amazon's current annualized revenue of $550 billion could rapidly swell to well over $1 trillion. Net income could grow at an even faster clip as the company's more profitable cloud computing arm becomes a bigger piece of the business, expanding from around $20 billion now to the order of $100 billion by 2030. Amazon shares will likely follow the lead of that prospective quadrupling of the company's bottom line. Okay, last but not least, this one is my last article. Okay. mm, Okay, let's see. Kathy Wood just called this company busy applying the word, but does that make the stock goodbye? Just using data from its vehicles to feed a homegrown supercomputer called Dojo. Dojo is the core pillar of Tesla's autonomous driving technology, which could help send Tesla's revenue over $1 trillion. Dojo. Okay, Tesla is collecting more data than any of its EV competitors. One of the most scrutinized companies on Wall Street is Elon Musk's Tesla. The company is a pioneer of the electric vehicle revolution and dominates the market both in the US and overseas. However, despite the company's parabolic growth, many investors remain skeptical of Tesla's long-term potential. But one investor who has remained a supported, a bullish investor for many years is ARK Invest CEO Kathy Wood. The prominent growth investor recently sat down for a panel discussion on CNBC to speak about artificial intelligence. Unsurprisingly, Tesla quickly became the focal point of the conversation. More specifically, Wood dove deep into Tesla's self-driving technology and explained why she believes this is one of the keys that will make Tesla the biggest AI play in the world. Let's break down the current operating picture at Tesla and analyze how the company is investing in AI. Given the hype around AI, and its potential now could be an interesting opportunity to scoop up shares in an under-the-radar AI stock, as many investors still view Tesla as primarily a car manufacturer. Cash flow is king. There are many important financial and operational metrics to look at when assessing the health of a business. However, sometimes the overall picture can be a little murky when taking financial statements at face value. This is because public companies report financials on a generally accepted accounting principles basis, which often does not present the most clearer picture. For example, if an investor wants to get an idea of a company's earning power, looking at GAAP measures like net income could be misleading. One big reason for this is that companies often incur one-time expenses or must book non-cash items like stock-based compensation, which can dramatically alter the reported profitability profile. For this reason, I prefer to look at free cash flow when assessing how robust profit generation is. The table shows Tesla's free cash flow over the last 5 quarters. On the surface, your trend looks pretty bad, but it's important to take a step back and consider all the variables at play here. For starters, like many other industries, the car market is not immune to macroeconomic forces such as inflation and high interest rates. To combat pullbacks in income consumer spending, Tesla has resulted to a series of price reductions in an effort to gain momentum against the competition. While the shrinking cash flow profile illustrating the chart might make it seem like this was a poor choice, there are many reasons to believe the strategy is working. Tesla cars are equipped with a huge array of cameras and sensors that constantly monitoring driver activity. This means that as you drive a Tesla, the car is capturing detailed images of roads, intersections, traffic patterns, stop signs, and more. We'll refer to these variables as corner cases. Given Tesla has millions of cars on the road, it's clear that the company is collecting driver data points at an unparalleled pace compared to the competition. Furthermore, this data is immediately fell into Tesla's homegrown supercomputer called Dojo, which serves as the nucleus to FSD. What prospects of a self-driving vehicle are interesting, investors might be wondering what the applications of technology are and how big it can become. One of the bigger ideas behind autonomous driving is assembling a robotaxi fleet. To hone its FSD technology, there's a scenario in which autonomous driving becomes safer than human control driving. Wow. Morgan Stanley thinks that the Dojo loan could fuel $500 billion of additional value to Tesla. Okay. In order for masses to believe Tesla is an AI business, the company is eventually going to need its revenue concentration to shift away from primarily EVs. Hmm. So the author of this article says that if they shift away from uh, manufacturing EVs to something else, like in this case, autonomous driving, and if they just concentrate on Mojo, then they'd be more profitable in the future, and at the end they'd be able to attract more investors, and at the end they'd be able to accomplish what they want to have, or something like that. According to Wood, robotaxi could account for over 40% of Tesla's revenue before 2030. Personally, I find the assumption to be the utmost of blue sky forecasting. While I believe Tesla will be one day reach $1 trillion in revenue, I remain suspicious that it will happen in the next few years. Instead, I still believe in the company's long-term potential. Before that, Tesla represents much more than a core business. In addition to EVs, Tesla's tentacles touch lithium refining, solar panels, better technology, robotics, and changing charging stations. For this reason, I think the stock is incredibly difficult to value. Much has built an energy and technology operational wrapped around an EV, but early signs are indicating that the future will hold much more. Growth style often trades with more pronounced levels of volatility compared to broader markets. Yeah, if you believe Tesla is building more than an EV business, then its advancements in robotics and self-driving could help it emerge as a leader in AI. And I would now say it's a unique opportunity to a dollar cost average to into the stock. Okay, this is it, and happy good night, happy night. Okay, see you and bye bye. Bye, Nee. I'ma call you. Bye bye, everybody.